Rock 98 studio, live from Audioscribe Studios. This is Under the Radar. 1 full hour of local music with one artist. Under the Radar is on now.
It is Under the Radar. I'm your host, co-host, or whatever. I don't know. Half the time I don't even know. I'm go by the name of DJ Styles with a Z, ladies and gentlemen. Styles with a Z. Joined with Michael Daniel with a D.
That's right, yo. That's
with
me.
A D. Hey, with a D. Hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michael, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Question for you.
Oh, we're already starting it.
I don't know if you get this kind of activity down around Whiteville, but tonight into tomorrow morning, guess what?
What?
Could be a frost.
For you?
Well, that's what I said. That's what I said. I don't know about you. I said I'm not sure if you get that kind of activity.
No, man. We won't even get past 50s.
You don't think?
No, we won't. It's not. They're not even calling for it.
No. See, we're supposed to have frost, and let me tell you what.
I heard you say that on the radio today, and when you said it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I might have to go get our plants in."
First frost. It says all of central North Carolina could see frost tomorrow morning, and let me tell you this: 99% of my neighborhood has the park out in their driveway. You want to know why? Because their garage is full of crap.
Yeah.
And you know these folks, if they can't even park in their own garage, do not have a ice scraper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I'd set up a camera and just watch and see how many of them actually fall when they go to their cars in the morning.
Do you own an ice scraper?
Me? For my windshield.
Do what?
For my windshield?
Yeah, for the windshield. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Do you know where it's at?
Right off bat, no.
See, the worst thing's to have one, now you know where it's at.
Well, not really.
That's the same as not having it. If you don't know where it's at, you know?
Dude, you know, there was ways that we used to actually get around that. We used to actually take the CD cases.
Oh, you scratch up your windshield, though.
Yeah, but, you know, it worked when it was thick. So we would actually use it and scrape it from that.
Yeah.
People do
all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. And there's been some people that would actually take hot water and put hot water on
that's
the glass.
That's horrible. Oh, my gosh.
You see so many people's windows like,
people do that. So this is a PSA, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to Rock 98 this evening, if you are, either park your car in the garage or make sure you get up early to defrost your window with the heat, or
and never use hot water.
Yeah, or go to where this is a sad story, Michael, where they just had a cyber attack. Go to your nearest Food Lion.
Oh, Food Lion had a cyber attack?
Yeah, it's sad to me. See, now Russia is starting to mess with me when they start messing with Food Lion.
Did they drop the prices? Because that would be helpful.
No, they didn't do that, but they locked us all out. And
we got groceries the other day, dude. I got like 6 items, and my bill was like $55.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
They were small items.
See, that's why I have to go to Food Lion, because Food Lion's for people like me, and Russia is messing with me. So I'm saying, come at me, Russia. Come at me if you're going to be doing that to me. Why don't you come at me? Michael, you got the Netflix?
I do, yeah.
Guess what happens Friday night? On Netflix Live.
I don't know.
I bet the Spacefolks know. Spacefolks?
I think I do.
Netflix Live?
Who we got here? Who's talking?
This is Brad.
Brad Lackey, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Lackey. One of the Space Folks. Brad, what do you think happens on Friday night on Netflix?
I'm hoping that former world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul out.
Oh, come closer to the microphone for the people and say that again so we can hear you good.
For those of you in the back, I'm hoping that former heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson from Catskill, New York, knocks Jake Paul out.
Do you think it's going to happen? Who do you have? Who do you have? I think Mike Tyson will do it, but realistically, do you think it's going to happen?
I've been wildly disappointed by almost every fight that I've seen in the last 10 years. So I want Mike to win, but you never know. You never know who's pulling the strings, on these types of things.
At least this one is not pay-per-view. Like, you're not paying really extra for it. It's just on Netflix if you have Netflix. And if you don't have Netflix, I think it's like $6.99 to join up all of a sudden.
I didn't realize that was going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, it's live. I've never seen anything live on Netflix. I got to make sure it actually works because I'm looking forward to it. I've never watched anything live on. I didn't even know they did that. I think Dave Chappelle did a series, maybe it was live a few years ago, but I never saw it.
Don't they have like sports on Netflix or something?
I don't know. I just know this, Michael. Every time I go to Netflix to search out, it could be like Good Will Hunting, and it'll say, "Are you looking for movies like Good Will Hunting?" I'm like, I want the movie I searched, not the recommendation. Netflix never. They never have the movie I'm searching for.
We don't have that movie. Try Paramount Plus.
That's what it is. Netflix never has the movie I'm looking for. It's always a suggestion, and it's a off-brand kind of name, like Equate
it's almost
for
like
Tylenol.
We know that movie, but we're not going to play it for you.
Yes, it's like Equate for Tylenol or something. It's like, it's the off-brand. Yeah. But are you looking for movies like what you typed in? Yes, I want that movie. Not the one that you have trying to push off on me. Anyways, looking forward to that Friday night. Jake Paul, who I know he's like a multi-millionaire, and he's evidently a very good boxer. I think he's like really a professional boxer, but more of like a YouTuber kind of thing, I believe.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah. So looking forward to that, and we'll watch that. You gonna watch it, Michael?
No.
You're not going to watch it at all?
I don't watch boxing. No.
I don't either, but I mean, just because it's you've already paid for it though. If you've got Netflix.
No, man, I'm gonna stick to my NCIS.
No.
I'm still trying to get that finished.
Michael, I predict you will watch. Jake Paul.
I predict if I do, I would be sitting there by myself all night.
Probably. Well, anyways, I'm going to watch it. You know what I'm going to do? Buddy and I are going to get some chicken. From Bojangles, a little chicken dinner, and we're going to watch.
There you go.
And if it doesn't work out, then you go to Netflix and say, let's watch whatever, and it won't be there. I'll say, would you like to watch a movie like whatever it is? No, I want the one. It's disappointing when Netflix doesn't have it, because where else you really go? You start searching out, and
that's why you have multiple. That's why you have multiple streaming services.
I know that winds up being more in cable.
Yeah.
No.
We started trying out Paramount Plus just to see what it was like. And they give you a free week to view it. And so we watched it for a week, and the remaining programs of NCIS are on there. And so we started watching them, and I told Eve, I was like, do you want to cancel this on the 11th? And she was like, no, we can just keep it. I was like, that's how they get us.
Did you get the commercial free, the commercial free version?
Yeah, it'll start being $12.99 once it flips over.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
It is.
Yeah. Do you have the HBO and all that too?
No, I didn't want.
What else do you have? What are your other streaming options?
I got Paramount Plus, Netflix, Prime, because it comes with Amazon.
Yeah.
Which we hardly ever watch, and then we got Disney Plus.
I don't watch Amazon Prime either, because it seems the user interface seems kind of goofy. It seems like something I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing, so I don't do it. It doesn't even feel right. You know what I mean? It's like, it looks like something like was made by like a high school kid in their computer class or something. But it is the movie, but the actual interface to get to it seems like I'm bootlegging it or something. Doesn't seem right. My opinion.
And Paramount kind of has to work on their interface, because their interface is very, it's slow.
Yeah.
It's kind of staticky a little bit. But yeah,
it's my two takes on the world, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
1 and 2.
Yeah, that's all we got. That's it. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And I do want to say, this week, Michael, we've had the most interaction on the Rock 98 Facebook page that I've ever had, because Michael has now incorporated video there in his studio. Michael, tell the folks about your incorporating video, and Michael will be recording video tonight.
Yeah, we've started putting out a really nice camera to capture all of the live performances that we do. Mm-hmm. It's just the live performances, not the entire show.
Right.
But each track that's recorded, we're going to put that out on the video and put it up on YouTube, on Facebook, I guess anywhere that we can that we've got an account. So, but if you watch on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, you like, and bring up those the analytics so that it'll start bringing the videos up in the stats.
Give a shout out to some people who've liked the Facebook page this week. Karen Lynn Thompson.
Yeah.
Karen Lynn? Peyton Benton Music.
Hey. I sent him a message a little while ago.
Did you?
I did.
Derek Burrell.
Yeah.
Jonathan Norris has followed us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Josh Wells.
Yo.
Who else? There was a lot this week. I just started scrolling through the notifications just now.
That's really cool.
Meredith J. Herman. Hello to you. Who else we got? Tina Marie Racer.
Tina Marie.
Kel Foxworth.
Wow. There's a lot, man.
Melanie Turner has liked the page, shared the page. Herman Smokitali. Herman Smokitali. This is how you say the name.
Smoke Italy?
Out and about with Laura. I wonder where Laura goes. I like to go out.
I know her. Yeah. She goes all around Wilmington and like checks out different bands and stuff and different events.
Get her on, Michael.
And she actually like, takes photographs of it and stuff like that while she's out and about.
Let's get her on the show to come and be on the show while other people are actually on the show doing the music.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so let's get out and about with Laura. She needs to come over.
Hey, if you're listening, Laura.
Yeah. Laura McLean.
Message me on Facebook and we'll get it all set up if you want to do that.
Let's see. Alice Miller. Hello to you. Zach Richards. Paul Barrett. Hans Veronica. Man, I can keep going. Well, a lot of people. Oh man, it was a big week on the Rock 98 Facebook page, and my obliging to you. And tonight we've got on the show, and will be video recorded as well, Spacefolks. The Spacefolks.
Hey.
Their spaceship is right outside.
Spacefolks. Is that one word or two?
It's one word.
See, I was trying to put it in the computer, and it kept fighting me. It kept saying I'm spelling it wrong. I thought, no, it seems to be one word, computer.
Yeah.
But wouldn't so I had so one word there, ladies and gentlemen, for Spacefolks. And where are you guys from?
We're from Wilmington, North Carolina.
And Michael, there's a lot of folks out there in Wilmington. I think Wilmington is really a big music scene, like nothing I'd ever known.
I was actually telling them when they got here, I was like, there's so many bands in Wilmington that I never knew were there. And it's like, ever since we started this show, I've been getting messaged by lots and lots of bands. Like, just to let you know, we're booked up all the way up until March right now.
I wish I were this popular in high school.
I know, right?
That would be rough. I'd feel like something, you know what I mean?
I was always either getting beat up or
beat up or questioning being
called
beat
a
up.
Were whatever. That's what I did in high school.
I can't picture anyone calling you a dork.
Oh boy, you should have been in my school.
So you were being bullied?
Oh, I got bullied all the time, man. Every day by different people.
But see, you strike me as the kind of guy who just suck it up, move on. You didn't go rattle and tattle.
No, I didn't because I'd get my kid.
Yeah.
But
take it.
No, I ended up taking what was given. Yeah. Because I was working for it. No, I went to college and completely changed. Like that, when I actually moved to a different school, and when I got to that school, I kind of changed the way that I did things, how I interacted with people and stuff like that. You have those growing moments as you go to different schools. You're like, I'm not going to be like that in my new school. And I actually made a lot more friends by doing that. That kind of lasted, throughout high school. You get to college, some of those friends don't even stick with you anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so I believe that college is the time that you actually meet the friends that you're going to have for your life.
Could be.
And that's kind of how, like, I met you in college.
That's right.
And I met several other people in college that I still, in contact with quite a bit. So,
Spacefolks originally are probably not originally from Wilmington. Where were you born and raised?
This is Brad. Hey,
Brad. Let's get the Spacefolks introduce themselves. Where are my manners, Michael? Where are my daggum manners? So let's see who's in the Spacefolks. Who we guys? It's just two of you, right? Just two of you, isn't it?
Just two of us, yep.
Then we got Brad Lackey.
Yep.
And
I was born in the mean streets of the Blue Ridge Parkway area.
Oh man, that's bad news up that way lately,
Yeah.
Have you been up that way to eyeball what happened?
I haven't been in person. I'm in communication with a whole bunch of folks up that way, but I was born in the rural Virginia mountainous area, and then moved to the mean streets of Greensboro for several years, and now I live in the mean streets of Wilmington.
And Brad, you strike me as a guy. You said we're from Virginia. Where were you? West Virginia?
No, like Martinsville, Virginia,
Close enough.
Floyd, Danville.
Close enough for me to ask you this question. You ready?
Yeah.
You strike me as a guy who could have seen the Mothman.
I've seen lots of things. I haven't run into the Mothman just yet, but I've still got plenty of years to go. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know you've been searching for it.
The Mothman. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you go to Netflix and type in Mothman and say, are you looking for movies like
Yeah.
The
Are
Mothman?
You might like Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Here's a documentary on Bigfoot.
How about Haunted Hotel instead?
Oh.
No, Mothman. Where's the Mothman with Richard Gere? That's what I'm looking for. Not movies like the Mothman. I guarantee you Mothman ain't on there.
Do you want Boogeyman?
Yeah. How about Boogeyman? No. Mothman. That's what I'm paying the $15. Netflix is one price hike away from me going back to Blu-ray. They keep raising their prices when they give me the movies I want. But all right, so Brad, you've had some different venues of living, whatever that just meant. And who else we got in the Spacefolks?
I'm Trevor Havelka. I grew up in Coshocton, Ohio.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Moved to Boston for college, and then met my wife there, and we moved down to Wilmington looking for warmer weather.
Nice. Now, Brad, now Trevor, you don't strike me as the type that would have seen the Mothman.
Oddly enough, my dad used to live about 30, 40 miles away from where all that went down. So,
Really? Did he tell you stories about it?
I mean, not a lot. He never experienced it firsthand, but yeah, he grew up, on the Ohio River, and yeah.
Now, Trevor, you do strike me as somebody who would be interested in paranormal activities.
Oh yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael, how did I know this? See, Michael, I tell you, I have some kind of...
You got some random stuff going on, man.
But you have to understand, seriously, I can pick up... Michael, aren't I usually pretty good on picking up things?
You are.
Other than Netflix not having the movie, you would think I wouldn't go and search. You would think if I knew, I wouldn't go and search for whatever movie I want on Netflix. But yeah, so Trevor, you're into the paranormal activity kind of stuff?
I'm very much a skeptic, but it does intrigue me.
You strike me as the kind who had something happen and question if it were true or false.
No, not that I can recall.
Think harder.
It's interesting because some people who say that they're interested in the paranormal,
Yeah.
a lot of them have had something weird happen
That's
to
what
them.
I'm saying. That's why Trevor struck me as a type.
There's really only one occasion
There
that
we go.
I've encountered something that was...
I knew it. See? You tried to tell me there was nothing.
I mean, it wasn't like a ghost sighting.
No,
or
you don't
anything,
know.
but,
You're dismissing
so
it because you don't know.
I'm driving down the highway in
All right.
Ohio, going to a friend's house. We're in high school, and it's dark out. It's the middle of the night, and a thunderstorm starts rolling in. See the lightning off in the distance, and so I kind of pull over to kind of get my bearings and figure out where I want to go. And I look over, and there are like 10 or 15 young boys in what look like old-fashioned clothes walking up with fishing poles from a lake. Who knows?
Wow.
Could have been a Boy Scout troop doing a thing. I don't know. But
Reenactment.
Yeah,
it was pretty weird.
Fishing reenactment. Fishing reenactment. Brad, have you ever had anything paranormal happen with you?
Oh man, I got lots of things I can't really explain that have happened to me.
Give me your
but,
time. Give me one or two.
Oh man,
If you don't mind, one or two.
Oh man, I don't
you got?
know.
I'm going to fill out a Target
put me
guest
on the-
survey while
put
you're.
me on the
I'm going to
spot.
fill out my Target guest survey while you think. How about that? I just got an email. My Target guest survey is ready for me to take about my experiences there at the drive-in.
I mean, it's more just sort of coincidence, happenstance, things that happen in the universe that sort of seem like they all fit together in this strange, I don't know, connective thing that we all experience that are sort of unexplainable. But yeah, I don't know. Plus, those Mothmen.
Daggum Mothman.
I do see shadows out of the corner of my eyes from time to
Daggum
time.
Mothman, though. Yeah, I saw that movie. I believe that happened, don't you? I believe that. I believe
Shoot
that.
me like a dog.
And I believe that we're going to find out more about UFOs probably next year. We're also broken.
Still waiting on that one.
Yeah, I think we're also broken, frustrated. These past 3 years, it just ran. We didn't care. Just like, whatever. Just let me try to survive here. The heck with the UFO. I got my own problems. Yeah, but I think next year is going to be our year to start investigating some of this stuff. Michael, what do you think?
I don't know, man. It really depends on what he lets go.
I think we're going to find out about UFOs next year. That's my prediction. All right.
I'm going to monitor that prediction.
Yeah, thank you. That's the Spacefolks, ladies and gentlemen. Brad, Lackey, and Trevor Havelka. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Do most people mispronounce it?
Yeah, it's pretty normal for it to get butchered.
Brad, tell me about, first off, tell me about how you got into music, Brad. And, you didn't know Trevor yet, probably, when you got into music. How'd you get into music, and how did it start? What'd you do, and all that?
Yeah, so from the rural parts of Virginia, as mentioned before. So my dad plays the banjo.
Oh, I love the banjo.
My mom she played the piano in church, and so I was singing and dancing and clapping at about 5 years old, and then, like any good teenager, started listening to Pink Floyd,
Yes,
Led
sir.
Zeppelin, and Allman Brothers, and picked up a guitar and just couldn't put it down.
Right.
And then just did that for a long time. And Trevor and I started our first band, like going out and playing gigs and figuring all that out together. How long ago? 17, 18 years ago?
About 17, 18 years ago.
So we've played in a whole bunch of bands, and then kind of landed on this here lately.
And Brad, what was the first song you learned on the guitar?
Heart of Gold.
Neil Young?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, man. My favorite Neil Young song is probably "Old Man," though. That's one of my greatest ones. But man, that "Heart of Gold's good. You probably played it for a girl, didn't you? Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh man, you know it too. That's good.
I was probably trying to play it for a girl.
Say, hey, come here for a minute, baby. I want to tell you a little song for you. Tell you about the Mothman I saw.
The Mothman.
All right, Trevor, tell me about your background with music.
Yeah, so both of my parents are music teachers. I had my mom for elementary music through elementary school, and my dad through junior high and high school, and so it's always been in my life. Started playing piano. They started me on lessons when I was 2, and moved on to guitar and trombone and a bunch of different instruments, but I've always been passionate about technology, so when it was time to go to college, I went to the only school that really offered an undergrad music tech program at Berkeley College of Music.
You gotta be really good to get into there. I know that for a fact. They just don't take anybody.
Yeah, it was a great experience. A lot of phenomenal players.
What did they choose you for, piano?
I started as a voice principal, but after my first year there, I switched to bass. Bass was really like my friend, my roommate first semester was a bass player, wanted to be a singer in a band, and he's like, here's a bass, you're our bass player now. So
oh man, that's how it goes.
Picked it up and fell in love with it, and that's been kind of my primary instrument.
Nice.
Since.
And you guys got together, Brad and Trevor, how'd you find to meet each other and get together?
We worked at the same place many years ago.
Where's that?
We both worked for the local school district in New Hanover County.
Nice.
And then played in a couple bands. And then this all sort of came about. I tried to set off on my own as Lucky Gallops, and realized that I wasn't really bringing what I wanted to be bringing to the table, and started to sort of just work with Trevor and try to figure out something a little more interesting. And we put an album out, and it got put on
Modern Jam Band playlist.
We didn't even have a name for the band. We were just going as Lucky Gallops and Caveman Beta. And that got picked up. And so we said, hey, I think we got something here. And started Spacefolks.
Well, give us a little something now. Speaking of getting something, what do you want to play for us? Michael, get the camera ready.
It's recording.
Oh, okay. Michael has got the camera going, ladies and gentlemen. And tell me about the song you want to play and about the song.
Yeah, so we have a brand new album coming out. Follow up to our debut Spacefolks album. It's called Waterline, and we're going to play Lightning. It's the first track that's off of the new album. So it comes out this Friday. So
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Spacefolks and the track called Lightning. It is Rock 98's Under the Radar.
We say it was a dream when you wound up on the floor. You can't touch the lightning bolt without coming back for a little bit more. Say it wasn't me with your feet up off the ground. I woke up in a bungalow on the other side of town. Gonna find me a bottle, gonna screw the lid on tight. I break it out every once in a while, gotta make everybody feel alright. And I'ma find some action when the sun goes down. And soon as the light hit across my eyes, make my way back across town. Can't stop the lightning man, you can't stop the rain. You can't stop that little spark that runs down your leg to your brain. And you can't stop for nothing, man, you can't find the door. Gotta get myself together, gotta find myself a little bit more.
Michael, I have like a lot of dialogue I want to engage in here about all this. Yeah, gracious. Number one, well, I got a lot I want to talk about.
We'll do it.
Jeez, man, I'm just.
That's what we're here.
Well, I'm taking back. Seriously, I was in my chair. You asked my wife. I was clapping like it was a revival. And I was also on like a voyage, on a spaceship voyage, clapping like I'd been abducted by the aliens. And I was clapping while I was abducted. I don't know what that just meant, but.
Well, man, you should see their setup in here. It's
I want to ask
really
the other
cool.
question. Well, let me tell you, Brad, I think you're alluding to the fact that you grew up with the church. In the church, is that right? Wasn't that right?
I did, yes.
And I can hear the revival in that song. And I could hear the Pink Floyd vibe mixed together.
Yep.
Good gracious. And my next question is, Michael, doesn't it was so good it sounded pre-recorded.
Yeah, it did.
When they
sound
started
that way.
playing, I said, wait a minute, did I accidentally hit play on something?
I was thinking the same thing when they started playing earlier. I was like, how are people not going to think that this is pre-recorded?
I know. I was listening and said, man, it sounds just like I hit play on the well, and the people have been writing in. You know Karen Lynn Thompson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She says they do
Hi,
a
Karen.
great show. Love these guys. Their music is phenomenal.
Oh, thanks.
And then
Thanks,
someone see
Karen.
Eric Thompson has written in and talked about the track "Old Man." So it's a good version. He found a version of "Old Man" by someone named Red Light King. I'll check that out. Appreciate you, Eric, writing into Rock 98 on the Rock 98 Facebook page. You can message there too. Rock. It's what is it, Michael? Rock 98, and was it
Rock 98 Rocks.
There you
right?
go. I'm so excited. My blood type's pumpkin spice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. So, Michael, you've got. Tell me about the setup. Michael? Tell me what you're looking at. What do you got going plugged into that audio console?
Currently, I'm looking at my board.
Yeah, what do you got plugged into that, man? It's a lot going on.
I've got Brad's got this massive pedal board that's sitting here that's got a whole bunch of different pedals on it.
All right, now pause there. Brad, tell me about your pedal board and tell me about how the inception of everything you've got. How many pedals you got and why do you got them?
Yeah. So, again, just a little to backtrack the story, we played in a rowdy Americana band prior to this project. We played in a band called Bootleg Dynasty.
All right.
And we opened for Lucas Nelson. We did all kinds of stuff, played a bunch of festivals. And again, so kind of pandemic-ish time of the world. Our drummer from that band chased a woman off to Arizona. And
You know why, don't you? He saw that Mothman.
He might have. The Mothman told him to.
That's right.
I was like, what about the band? He was gone.
Yeah.
And then, so I started off trying to do something like what we're doing now, solo, because I love the singer-songwriter. I appreciate them. I didn't want to be I wanted to bring something else. So I had all these drum pedals and all this stuff. And again, just sort of started relying on this Dr. Frankenstein over here, Trevor.
Trevor Stein.
To say, what can I do? What am I missing? And so we just sort of started working it up. So
You were missing Trevor.
I was.
Is what you're probably missing. Have you ever played, Brad? You ever played with like a looper, like a looping pedal?
Yeah, that's sort of what I was doing solo.
Right.
And
Now you don't need it.
I found myself.
I am his looper pedal.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I found myself on stage just hitting, I wasn't really enjoying it because I was always trying to hit the next thing, hit the next thing, hit the next thing.
That and you're
hit the next
alone
thing.
too, so things are always better when you got somebody else around. Kind of like kayaking.
Yeah. Like kayak.
Or scuba diving. Better when you got another fella down there with you. Look at, you know what I mean? Well, look at this rock. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, did you see that?
Yeah, you see that
I did.
fish? Was that a shark? It was. We got to get out of here.
Now.
Yeah. So you teamed up with Trevor, and Trevor brought he was your Richard Wright, so to say, of Pink Floyd.
Yeah. He can explain what he's got going on over there.
Yeah. What you
better than I
got,
can.
Trevor? Man, it sounds like. Let me guess what you have. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I could be way off. And Michael, I think I'm way off on this, but I'm going to guess. You got some rolling equipment, some rolling piano or something.
That is not a correct guess.
See, I told Michael I knew I wasn't going to get that right. See, my clairvoyance let me know that I was incorrect.
You're limited to some gear, yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds like a Juno, like a key, the rolling Juno or something going on.
Nope.
A theremin.
Yeah, so there's actually a lot of different elements here. So I'm running Ableton Live, which is a software program that allows you to
that's a big learning curve on that.
And a huge learning curve. I've actually been with Ableton since version 1, way back in the day. So been with it for a while, but basically we write all of our songs and record all of our parts into Ableton, and then I have a controller that allows me to control the different loop sections, some different effects that I do live, and then I also have a keyboard controller so I can add live keys parts as well.
Man, you can't.
It's really cool, dude. I mean, seriously, looking at this thing, it's like he came in and set up, and I was like, he's a DJ.
Michael, you got video of this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you get good video of all the equipment so we can showcase that.
I've got it.
So you've got no Trevor. You've got Michael. You said is it DJ equipment too?
It looked like DJ equipment when he came walking in. I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's an Akai APC 40 Mark II, which basically has a bunch of faders and knobs and buttons that allow
trigger
you to
pad.
trigger the different loops. And
yeah, it's a MIDI controller. Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh, and you got running on a Mac or what?
I'm actually a PC guy these days. So yeah, I'm running it all off a Windows laptop.
Man. You know what, Michael? I bet your son would like to hear some of this.
I told him that. I was like, Ryan needs to come in here and he needs to check y'all out because that's exactly what he's wanting to get into is the DJ thing.
Did he come in?
Not yet. He's going to come in at the end of the show.
Okay.
But he's like got one of his favorite bands is 21 Pilots, and that's just one of the many ones that he's got. But they do a lot of that stuff live as well. They have a lot of the controllers and stuff like that they'll run the software on. But they have a live drummer,
right?
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway,
there's some shows. I'm an audio engineer by day, and so there are some bands that I've worked with before that have literally set up like 9 laptops in the back with Ableton, all running backing tracks and effects and things.
So you learned from them probably somewhat.
No, I've been with Ableton way before that.
No, they learned from you then.
I wish I'd be making more money than I am now.
Man, that was kind of wild, man. Let's get another wild one. What do you want to do?
All right. Let's do Find Me in the Stars. Find Me in the Stars. This is off of our
Stars.
Yeah, this is so our first Spacefolks album was very much focused on the mountains. And so the new album coming out Friday is called Waterline. So we're trying to travel around the universe and hit all the spots. So we started with the mountains. This is a kind of back to the bluegrass roots with a few surprises.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Spacefolks on Rock 98's Under the Radar. Whenever you're ready.
Whole wide world you go spinning down in fire, I follow you into the flame. I'm always here for your protection. You'll never have to look too far.
I didn't know it was a church. We were out there doing all that stuff. Oh, it's it's Rock
That was
98.
awesome.
Rock 98. This is Under the Radar. That is the Spacefolks, ladies and gentlemen. Brad, Lackey, and Trevor Havelka, ladies and gentlemen. And Michael, you need like a disco ball or something going.
Dude, that was awesome. It's like you go from one genre into the next, like almost immediately. You're like, whoa, what a transition.
Just, what's it like to see you guys live, I wonder? What do people describe that as?
Well, we have a really core following of folks,
Right.
that are just the best, man. I love our fans so much. So typically, like most gigs, you go out and you play, and about 80% of folks will say, oh, that's great, man. Great job, and they leave. And every once in a while, will come up and be like, I didn't like that. And I always love those guys because I'm like,
Wait, they come up and tell you they didn't like? Were they drunk? Are they drunk or are they sober?
Some people are going through a rough time out there.
Yeah, a lot of us are.
That was cool, but do you know Wagon Wheel?
Yeah, we didn't play the Van Morrison cover that they want, but whatever, man. But at every show, there's like a couple people that get it, that really dig it, and those people come back, and so we keep, every time we play, there's just some new folks that are like, man, this is wild.
Yeah.
They really dig it.
I like the stuff that's different.
Yeah,
man,
me
because
too,
it's like,
man. That'd be...
it's not expected.
What did you say to the person who came up? Do you remember the instance where a guy came up and said, I didn't like it?
Oh, well, yeah, I kind of pressed him on it. It was a girl, actually.
Oh, it was a girl. What'd she say? First off, was she sober?
She was with some friends of ours, and no, probably not.
You got to discount the claim then.
I was just like, well, did you have fun? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, really? Like, what's up? And she's just like, I don't know. I just don't like it. And I was like, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Probably
You
free.
hurt
She
my
didn't pay to
feelings.
get in. She didn't pay to watch.
No.
Yeah, it was free. What are you complaining
You
about?
can just leave. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't
plenty of
have
people.
to.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay.
You should have said, get in line, sister. There are a lot of people. A lot of people feeling this way.
like, well, you sat there for half the show. Obviously, you like something.
Yeah, something happened for you. And so what do you think your fans expect from you when you get on stage? What are they expecting?
I think a good production is
Yeah.
like, I've basically synchronized all of our music to a light show that
Oh,
we set
wow.
up, as well as like different video aspects and augmented reality aspects. So, yeah, you get a full production when you go to a Spacefolks show. It's not just the music.
Are you
it's
setting
the
up your own equipment, or you got roadies, or the venue does that for you, or what?
The bass player sets up all the.
Yeah, are you
No.
setting up your light? Are you setting up
the
lights and all
affliction
that?
of being a bass player.
Are you
I'm gonna
setting up
send
all
you
that?
No, so basically I have my own audio company, so I have the PA system, the lights, the everything. So yeah, it's usually just the two of us setting up for shows on our own.
That's a lot of work. See, I'm a mobile DJ. I DJ, parties, weddings, whatever. And you got money, I'll pay, I'll come, whatever. And but anyways, it's a lot of work to set up. And then by the time you're set up, you're tired. You'd be tired.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather, like if it's hot out, or if you had to walk a great distance with the equipment or whatever. But
Especially
then,
the speakers.
yeah, and then by the time you get set up, you're like, well, I hadn't even done anything yet. I'm just set up.
Right.
And then you have to perform, so to say, to the best of your ability, and then take it all back down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a 3-hour show for us is pretty much an 8 or 9 hour work day.
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours set up, and then the show, and then another couple hours at the end to tear it all down.
Yeah, but we love it,
Yeah.
We love it.
You do it for the love. I've heard this, and I like to repeat it. I'll play music for free. You pay me for hauling it all out there and setting it up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
That's a good way to look at it.
Actually, that is actually really good. I never thought about it like that. That's actually really good. So you own your own audio production or PA live sound company?
Yeah, I'm a freelance audio engineer, so I work at some venues around Wilmington, and I have my own rig that I work for, festivals and bands.
I was thinking a little bit ago, Michael, I said, if they're playing live, I imagine, man, if they were on a bad PA, this would really not be good. Because, they got a lot of heavy, like, synth compression. Like they got, if their PA was all horrible, kind of like a Walnut Creek PA. Man, the Walnut Creek just here in Raleigh doesn't sound all that good. But anyways, you get on like a crappy PA system, and you can really lose. I guess you really have to control that variable because you're really reliant on having good sound.
Yeah.
Where other people are, but not to the extent that you are.
Yeah. All of our tracks are mixed and mastered, fairly well. So it'll handle PA systems, whatever we kind of are, just thrown our way. But Brad and I have taken a lot of time and special attention to get his, vocals and guitar kind of balanced into everything. So, because a lot of times when we're doing a show on our own, I'm the sound guy and the DJ. So, I got to dial it all in beforehand and go from there. But we've spent a lot of time on his guitar patches, getting those levels balanced and everything. So.
You ever accidentally hit a couple of knobs you wish you hadn't and knocked everything out of sync?
I did on the first song.
Oh no! Oh, here tonight?
Yeah, here tonight. You probably didn't notice.
No, we don't know any different. Just all sounds fantastic. We don't know any different.
Brad and I have been playing together for 18 years now. We know when each other screws up and how to cover for each other.
18 years. Good gracious.
Yeah.
Michael, that's about as long as I've known you.
It is, actually.
Probably, yeah. Man, 18 years playing together, and you're still at it and still enjoying each other's company.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
that's great.
That's rare to even hear, and I guess it's just the love of the music and the vibe and all that.
Yeah.
How do you? And I guess you guys are heavily dependent on each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
For songwriting and everything.
Yeah, so like typically Brad is the one who kind of sketches out the song ideas, writes the lyrics, the chord progressions, maps out the different instruments in Ableton, and then he'll send it over to me, and I'll mix it and master it down, add my effects and different production things, maybe do some different synth parts or record some bass lines. But
so the overall idea is brought on by Brad at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our process is I still get an acoustic guitar out on Sunday mornings and write songs.
Yeah.
And so we're not really approaching it from a typical electronic dance thing. We're approaching it from hopefully these are songs.
Right.
They're not just it's not just a beat or a bass line or something.
Do people dance at your you see them dancing, or just kind of what do they do? They dancing and
they dance and spin fire and paint and
knee slap,
all kinds of fun stuff.
Would you say paint?
Yeah, we have live painters that come out and some really talented folks.
What's live paint? What do you mean by that? Like painting a door or something?
No, like they come out with a canvas and they enjoy music festivals and they bring all their paint and they come and paint while other folks are dancing, they're over there painting.
There's this one guy that's in Wilmington that comes to a lot of the shows that are in Wilmington, and he paints as well, but he paints the band as they're up there on the stage. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but he comes out all the time, and it's really cool because he'll I don't know if he gives the band the painting or if the band will more than likely buy the painting or whatever, but he's really good.
Michael, this is what you need. You ready for this? I need you to get Eve to come in and sketch you while you're doing your work.
Sitting right over in the corner.
Yeah, I want you to
sketch me, baby. Sketch me.
Sketch me, Jack, like one of your French girls.
Oh no!
Sketch me, Jack. And then what she says or something like that. Draw me,
Help
Jack.
me spit like a man.
Draw me. That was Titanic reference for those who are too old or young, whichever. My goodness. So you all got a lot going on, man. It's kind of like an Easter egg hunt of just a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean?
We have a vast array of influences and musical styles that we're into, and we try to incorporate what we love.
A cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Isn't that the word?
That is.
Cornucopia of stuff.
Apropos for the season as well.
Yeah.
So for people that have not been to your shows yet, where can they find you?
Wonderful question. So we're playing a festival this weekend. We're playing Friday night this weekend at a little festival called the Shoe Music and Art Gathering.
Where's that?
That's in a field. in a hidden location.
And a cover, like, will you have a covered tent over you or something?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
And AC and all the Love That Baby folks,
that's
all
nice.
those crew, they're putting it on. And a whole bunch of local bands are going to be out there, some of whom have been on this podcast before.
Nice.
On the show.
And maybe that girl will come back out and like you. Yeah, just didn't dig it. Maybe she'll come out there
Old
and
man,
dig it.
I'll
Come out there and dig it.
Are y'all on Facebook too?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
all the internets.
All the internets, man.
And is it just Spacefolks?
Yeah.
One word,
Space
ladies and gentlemen. Space folks, one word. Don't let it fight you. Don't let it fight you. Don't let it fight you.
Don't let it whoop you.
All right, let's get one final song in here from the Space Folks this evening on Rock 98's Under the Radar. If you'd like to be on the show, be sure to message us on Facebook at Rock 98 Rocks or Instagram at Rock 98 Rocks, and we'll do our best to get back with you. And thanks so much for everyone liking the page this week and listening to the show tonight. Greatly appreciative. And we'll have the videos up on YouTube and also Facebook in the coming days of tonight's performances. We'll be able to see everything that Brad and Trevor have set up tonight and kind of how they're doing what they're doing. What song you going to play for us to close us out?
We're going to play Landing off of our first album.
Nice. Very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Space Folks on Rock 98's Under the Radar. Take it away.
Certainly must be nice, seems they've got it all so pulled together. Mind the weather if you're headed out this way. And the guy up on the TV tells me to worry about tomorrow. Hell, I ain't even worried about today. And this time we ain't taking it for granted. She's left a plan, left a soul. And all this love, it was right here when we landed. Gonna spread it round and watch it grow. And this time we ain't taking it for granted. She's left a plan, left a soul. And all this love, it was right here when we landed. Gonna spread it round and watch it grow. I'm gonna watch it grow. 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 Wild and free. 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 playing